Am I live? Yay. Pünktlich wie die Feuerwehr. Ne, wer sagt's denn? Auf die Sekunde genau. On the minute. I was even there at 10:59. Just want to make sure you all saw that because I usually am late when I play my live streams by 5 minutes. So I think I made up for it. Hello. Oh man, I didn't show my first 2 minutes. I was here at 10:59. Probably no one saw that, but because YouTube takes forever to actually start the live stream. So I'll let you all have your car talk. I just saw that there's some car talk going on. So I'm not gonna interrupt. I'm gonna prepare my kitchen while you're talking man stuff. Green looks better on you. What's that mean? All the other colors look shitty? Aber danke. Thank you for the compliment. I like green. So it's good to know that green suits me. Green and blue. And gray for clothes. Just the guys hanging out in the garage, aren't you? I am silly. Hold on. I gotta start with something more important. I could have done that before the stream, but you know, no one got time for that. Trying to steal with the show, huh? Silly. The wine, I don't even drink, so no, it's just from the sun, from me going vertical live stream, but the chat isn't over the stream. I'm going to close out and come back. Is it vertical? I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be vertical, not horizontal. I had to start it on my computer to plan it or to schedule it. It wouldn't let me schedule streams otherwise. On my phone, I can't do it for some reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna put my hair up. Important when you're cooking. You don't want any hair in your food. So we'll do that first. I'll figure out that hair situation. Oh. Hi, Yakshu. How should I call you? Yakshu? Shu? Ya? I can call you Ya. Germans like saying Ya. Ya, ya, ya. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you know what? I'm telling you, it was not fake. You can think whatever the crap you want. That is all in your head. If you think I'm a person that fakes stuff, you can think that. I don't give an S because I know I didn't, so I'm not even paying attention to it. I did not, like in the movie The Room, if you have seen it, where he's like, oh, hi, Mark. Or when he's coming out of the door, he's like, I did not. You can explain it all you want. I didn't do it. I don't give a shit. Yeah. You can do it whatever you want. I did not do it on purpose. You can explain it to me. I don't care because it's not. It can look fake. I can understand that because I was trying to show you something that's on top. So I did this. And in the moment where it fell, I'm like, oh, you know, of course. I was like, ooh. And it fell. And I laughed. Oh no, call the police. Like, yeah. Hold on. I got something. We're back in the back conspiracy. And I'm over it. It hasn't even started. I'm already over the stream. Where is my stuff when I need it? To the rescue. Yeah, I understand. I really get it. I was holding something to show something on top. I tipped it slightly to show you the top because it looked pretty, how I put the onions on top. It fell because I tipped it so to show it. But then of course I pulled my hand back because I knew it fell. I was like, oh shit, like a natural reaction. Second time I didn't tip the bread anymore, so it didn't fall again. I could have done it again if it was on purpose, but I didn't. So get over it. Get a life. Hold on. Let's all calm down. Let's all. I think I need this in my kitchen for future bread incidents. But yeah, let's move on. I did not expect that topic to come up again. I thought I explained myself well enough, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, we all get it. We all have our opinions. Some people don't trust people. Some people project their own personality on other people. That happens, and that's okay. You're still welcome here. But yeah, if you want to believe that I'm a fake person, you can do that, because that's probably your own trust issues you have, or incidents in your life where you're projecting that. And I understand your explanation. I did not fake it. That's all I can say about it. It is not fake, so get over it. But we're all being silly sometimes. We're all, sometimes we're just very bored and we have a lot of time to get down a rabbit hole and get a little bit lost in our own head, and that's okay. That happens. So I'm not mad at you for trying to tell people I'm fake, because I know I'm not, so I'm not mad, and you can say what you want. But yeah, if we could maybe end the discussion here. You can believe me or you don't have to. I don't force you to believe me, I can't. But that's on you. I know what I did and what I didn't, so I'll leave it there. If that's fine with everyone, and I'm sure it is. Because I think we're all a little tired of it. Yes, ruining the stream for other people, it's not worth it. Especially an insult like that, you really gotta think about if you wanna, do that, because I am not a fake person at all. And if you believe that, that's fine, and please just unfollow and do us all a favor. But because there's no reason for you to be here if you think I'm fake or I'm faking stuff. It doesn't make sense. But like I said, you're still welcome here. I'm not mad at you. I just think it's a little silly. That's all. It's not about me. I genuinely thought it was staged when I first saw it. It's not staged. I will drop that in this moment. God made me drop that right now if I staged it. And I believe in God. Still here. Goodness gracious. But yeah, on a positive note, we're making some delicious food today. I will not show it into the camera because I'm over it. I will not show the food into the camera like this anymore. I will have to take my phone off my phone holder to tilt the phone instead of doing it myself, which would be way easier. But to not create another food dropping accident for Yaya to freak out and insult me, I will not show the food after the stream. I will do it a little bit differently this time, so we're not getting into the bredouille again. Oh, I need water. Let's cook some eggs, shall we? And you cannot use God as a measurement. I mean, you can, but you probably shouldn't. And know that it's not true that we all know that, because some people do believe that, and you gotta accept that fact too. There's people that believe, some people don't believe, and that's fine. But you can use the measurement of your own belief system and your trust in people and your Menschenkenntnis. What's Menschenkenntnis, Marco, in English? People skills, people reading skills. So like I said, if you think I'm a fake person, there's millions of creators that you can watch here. So I really would not be mad or sad. And I'm ready to move on. The question is, are you ready to move on? That is the question here. Food dropping accident. It's gonna be the new thing now. We're gonna call this the food dropping channel, even though it happened one single time. If that was my thing, I think I would probably do it every time, wouldn't I? But it was like a one-time occasion because it happened on accident. But yeah, let's not ruin the stream. You're right. Yeah, you just really pushed it last time. When I say something is not the case or something is the case, like I said, you can either believe me or you don't. But if you keep saying something against what I'm saying, it's just not making sense. So, you know, that's all I'm saying about it now. So let's actually move on from that. Why is the wrong stove turning on? I know, it's the right one. But yeah, so this is Senfeier, this is mustard eggs. Let me look up real quick the origin of mustard eggs, because I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a northern German thing. And it was very popular during the DDR, the East German part, like, you know, where Germany was split in the middle, or not in the middle, but had the wall up in the east that separated the west from the east. So it was a very popular dish there because it's pretty cheap, you know. Every time, das würde gleich so wie mein Baseball-Mützen-Stream. Marco, ich sag's dir, manche Leute haben echt sehr, sehr viel Zeit und wenig zu tun. Aber ja. I do, yeah. I don't know. I think it's live streams in general. I do watch live streams myself quite often. Like I have like 3 or 4 people that I watch. And I think I still got it very good compared to them, just because my channel is still so small. If you have a big channel and you do live streams, the stuff that some people are getting in their chats is not fun. Like, I don't even think I could do that, to be honest. I don't know how it doesn't ruin people's vibes, just like the insults and meanness and everything on the internet. So this is still really chill compared to many other places. Yeah. Okay, so this is a Senfeier mustard eggs. It's a very northern and eastern German thing. It's just a simple dish from Prussia, Brandenburg, where Berlin is, and Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, like the northeastern states of Germany. But yeah, it's like a poor people food. So I really like those. I grew up with like poor people food, just very simple foods. Often, not always. Like I said, my dad was a chef, so we had all kinds of food at home. But usually the simple meals, like the cheap meals, are my favorites. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Thank you for clarifying it. And if you bring it up to me, we can talk about it like we did. But when I tell you that I did not fake it, and I promise you that, you can either believe it or you don't. But when I say I didn't and you keep saying that I did, that's very mean and that's not okay. And I need to, those are my boundaries and you can cross them, but then you will get kicked out of here. Yeah, for clarification, it's fine. If you clarify something, like I said, I talked to you about it and that's fine. But if you keep pushing an agenda, which I already denied or said it's not true, then please just move on and find another creator that you watch, because I don't want to deal with people that think I'm fake. So now it's on you to either believe it or not. Just letting you know you're the only person that ever brought it up or anything like that. So I think chances are high that I'm saying the truth. By you bringing it up like 50 times in one chat, coming back with like 3 different accounts, you definitely did, my friend. You definitely did. You can say it directly or indirectly, but you definitely did. So let's at least stand up for it. Ich fresse jetzt der Hundefutter, hast du gesagt. Nein, Markus, das habe ich so nicht gemeint. Aber Oskars Lieblingsfisch ist tatsächlich Tilapia. Ich weiß nicht warum. Catfish mag er zum Beispiel gar nicht. Oskar doesn't like catfish at all. But yeah, yeah, it's fine. Like I said, I'm not mad. Yeah, you can stay in the chat. But thanks for the clarification again. But please don't, make me look a way that is not true, because that's defamation and that's actually kind of not cool, honestly. But yeah, if Yaya wants to stick around, you can, but I understand if you don't. And we will not be sad about it, but I will not be upset if you stay. We can forget about it. I'm not a person that cannot get over things, but you just brought it up again, so, which is not okay because I already said it's not true. Where are me? There they are. Ooh. Okay, I got my eggs. I said they could stay, so they're back. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm not mad at all. I just thought it was not okay. That's all. But it's all good in the hood. Like I said, I don't stay mad for long or don't get over things. I get over things, so it's fine. So let's move on, like you said. There is definitely more important stuff going on in the world. And please get the point. It is not even that you need to stop talking about it. It's just simply not true. It's in your head. It looked like it to you in the moment, but I promise you it was not staged. So don't even act like you're dropping it because you're right. You're not right. I'm not going to give up on that. I'm not going to give in to that. You make me look like you're right now. It's not true. Yeah, keep ruining the stream. Huh? Sure. Go ahead. Hi, Shuriken, by the way. Thank you for moderating, and sorry for not saying hi. How do you put someone back into the chat? I think you just activate it again. I don't know. I haven't put anyone in timeout in a very long time. I think it's like months ago that I ever had to do that. Marco, hast du den Mützen-Typen ins Timeout geschickt letztes Mal? Du meintest, dass sogar du mal jemanden ins Timeout schicken musstest. Das heißt ja einiges. Thank you, Yaya, for acknowledging that. Ami is bringing out the stubborn part. I am not stubborn. I told you yesterday, if one thing triggers me, it's something that's unfair treatment. It can be anything, animals, people, anything.
It's time for Xbox.
Okay, have fun. Things that don't make sense and inefficiency. Those three things. So I just felt unfairly treated because I know myself, I know it was not staged, so I felt attacked and
You
it
okay?
said okay.
You
No,
felt attacked?
I felt attacked, yes.
Why'd you feel
Yes,
attacked?
kept saying that I staged that.
Huh?
Yeah, kept saying that I staged that,
Oh,
which wasn't true.
that's
So
not
you know how I
true.
get triggered when something is not true and
Yeah.
people are just being unfair.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's all. But
Yeah.
I kind of like the name now.
Zombie's bogus.
I'm not guilty. Yay! Woo. The judge found that I'm not guilty.
Nice.
Thanks. Finally. I couldn't afford those court costs anymore, those lawyer costs. It's heavy. Hi Carl, sorry I didn't see that you here. Hey, happy Saturday. Alright. It doesn't make I missed my comments, so thanks for that. Yeah. Sorry. Let me scroll back. We don't always have to say what we think though. Well, that is true, first of all. But happy Saturday to you, Carl. I appreciate one thing that Yaya did. Yes, Cole, I'm German. Stephanie, that sounds German too. I like that Yaya did it for clarification because he didn't want to. What I'm saying? He didn't want to think of me as like this kind of person. So I appreciated the clarification, but that's like where it needed to stop because I did clarify. And if you still don't trust me, you can move on. But you know, otherwise, like I said, it's defamation. But yeah, I think we probably talked it out now at this point. About time, I would say. So thank you for that. Hi, Shalom. People wanted to know if if I have gray hair, a tumor on my head, wearing a mohawk. Wow. Yeah, people are rude. Michael had those yesterday too, where not like that, but they would ask me like to, you know, I had like a towel on my head, so similar situation, and I was just drying my hair under a towel. But people were like, take off the towel, show your real hair. I'm like, who are you to give me instructions like that? Just because I'm I'm doing live streams or YouTube, doesn't mean that I take commands or something. We're not on TikTok where you do like the thank you for the rose, thank you for the rose. Like I'm not doing that stuff. So people need to stop commanding people around. In addition to airport security, ICE is covering YouTube now. I guess. Oh, was the ICE comments? Yeah, it's whatever. It is whatever. I'm gonna boil my eggs real quick and we're gonna peel the potatoes meanwhile while they're cooking because I only have one pot. Like I said, I'm a little minimalistic. So I only have one pan and one pot. No, that's not true. I have two pans. I have one iron skillet and one stainless steel. Get rid of those coated pans, everyone. If you have coated pans, yes, they're awesome. Yes, like nothing sticks, or those non-stick pans. I get it. It's like, but if something, I think that is kind of like an unspoken rule. If something is too good to be true, where you're like, wow, this is like magic. Why does my food not stick here? It is too good to be true. Because then there's probably some sort of, which is the case with non-stick pans, there is some sort of coating and some chemicals in it that keeps food from sticking. So you're in Texas, nice. 10 years. I've been in Tennessee for 3 years now. How do you like Texas? Must be boiling hot, huh? I don't think I would survive Texas, to be honest. I can't stand the heat. Tennessee is already like really pushing the limits with the hot weather. So I don't even think I'm made for Tennessee. Good. I was responding to the comments on it. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I saw the ice comment. I was like, really? I can make that as an immigrant myself, but you know, not yours, the other one. So yeah. Here I am just peeling potatoes, cooking some food, and I still have to deal with people's bullcrap. It's kind of hard a bit, much better than Arkansas. It's better than Arkansas, really? Wow. I didn't think Arkansas was that hot. I thought Texas is like boiling point already. Like right before Death Valley. Hey, Robbie. When I was at the Porsche dealership, we had clients from New Era. They used to bring us hats all the time. If you were close, I would add you to your collection. Oh. I had someone here yesterday that drives Porsche, and in Germany, Porsche drivers kind of have a little bit, like they gotta deal with a little bit of a stigma, because you know, some people say, I think it comes from jealousy maybe, because I told you all that Germany is an envy culture, or an envious country, or we call it envy society, Neidgesellschaft, where people don't like to see other people being very successful. So if someone has an expensive car, people are not going to be like, oh wow, that's a cool car. People are going to be envious, most likely, and say something negative about it. And so Porsche drivers have that stigma that they're just, you know, certain kind of people. And the person yesterday told me that he had to deal with that too. For example, he was trying to buy or rent a house or something, if I understood that right. And the realtor saw that he was driving a Porsche, so he was like, I cannot give this property to someone with a Porsche, you know. That's how bad it can get. This is why generalizing is really bad in any way. But yeah, Robbie, I am from the Black Forest, as you can see in my last two videos or other ones. I show my hometown area in those videos on hikes, and I also have Germany vlogs from my hometown area. But yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm close to the Swiss border, Swiss and French border, close to the Swiss Alps. What in the potato is going on? Kartoffel, Kartoffel. Oh yeah, we can learn some German words today again. Potato, Kartoffel. Kartoffelschale. Potato peel. Oh yeah, hi Funny. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Oopsie. We will make salt potatoes. Salt potatoes is one of the most common things in Germany to eat. It's just water, or potatoes boiled in water with salt. And you peel them and you cut them in pieces, so they just become more salty that way. And it's one of my favorite ways to eat potatoes. Super plain, super simple, but really delicious. It really brings out the potato flavor the best. I did try to make my own potato chips, Marco. I made like potato chips, kale chips, and all kinds of roast, no, what was it? Not cauliflower, those little ones. I can't think of it. Sprouts, Brussels sprout chips. And it's okay, but it's not the real deal, so it's not even worth it. So if I'm eating chips, I'm gonna eat the unhealthy chips and, you know, just enjoy it. And I'm not eating it every day, so sometimes you gotta indulge in some things in life, I think. Ja, BMW, die den Blinker immer auf links haben, genau. And BMW drivers always drive on the left side of the highway, apparently, or the Autobahn. That's another stigma they have. So, and I dated one before, and it is true, unfortunately. If you're watching this, you know that I'm talking about you. I'm not dropping names, but you definitely did that every single time that we went places. And you drove a BMW. So at least in my one-person study, it was not just a myth. But like I said, we can't generalize because there's definitely some other people that don't do that. And I drove with someone actually recently in Germany. There's an app that, so you all know I like couch surfing, but there's also an app where you can drive with people in their cars, so they can offer you a seat in their car if they're driving places. So you save gas money that way, and you pay them like a little percentage of their, or you pay them like for the ride that you're doing with them. Like the further you go, the more you pay, obviously. And that way you can all split the gas costs and stuff, and you don't have to use your own car or have your own car. And I did that, and he was a BMW driver too, and he drove like crazy. That was nuts. Like I drove, I have a friend as a race car driver. I drove with him before, and I'm not against driving fast, right? Autobahn is made for driving fast, and I get that. But that BMW driver or BMW driver, he was always on the left side. He would give people like the light honk, like the light signal to make them like screw away. He would get so close to their butt basically with his car to make them like move. And that was actually terrifying. Like the way he was driving was terrifying. And he definitely fell into that stigma a little bit. Komm doch ans Stream, ich muss jetzt zur Pharmacy. Okay, tschüss Marco. Lift Premium. Ja, so ungefähr, nur die günstige Variante, wo man mit Studenten mitfährt, die erst ein Jahr den Führerschein haben. Wir sind mit 200 ungefähr gefahren, 250 nicht. Are you sleep deprived, Shuriken? Are you dealing with the sleep problems again? Sister, have you tried the potato peels before? I've always wanted to try it. Waste not, want not, and so on. Well, yeah, that is a good idea, and I see that everywhere that you can buy them frozen too, like fried potato peels or baked potato peels. But I have not done that, especially since those potatoes I buy at the moment are not organic, because who can afford organic potatoes? Like you get like 5 little potatoes like this for like $5 if you buy organic potatoes. So I feel like it's very ridiculous. Oh shoot, my eggs. They are definitely boiled at this point. I'm shocking the eggs real quick. I put some ice cubes into the water. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you're sleep deprived. That is very rough. What is the most useless job at BMW? Turn signal engineer. Good point. The sleep deprivations are ready. Fernlicht, high beams, yes. Ah ja, high beams, danke Marco. Some creeps were around your home? Yeah, that's rough. I'm cooking German Easter dish, like a typical Easter dish. I'm making, because you know, I found out it's about to be Easter. Or I just realized that. I'm like, dang, is it already a year ago that I made those? Because I made them last year too. And I just realized it feels like it was like 2 months ago, but it's been a year, creepily. I feel like time just goes by so much faster. And yes, more chemicals in the peel if they're not organic, because your American soil is very contaminated, I think. I've been doing a lot of my papers in university about soil and agriculture in China, and I looked a lot into, you know, like fertilizers, DDT, chemical fertilizers, and herbicide, pesticides, all that stuff, and read a lot of books and papers on where they've been used and what countries are most affected by it. So Italy is definitely one of the countries that has a lot of problems with their soil, and then what foods are very contaminated. So rice is one of the number ones, or the number one probably. And yeah, in America you have a lot of things that were put on the ground that are not allowed anymore, but the things don't break down easily. They're still in the ground. So you will still sometimes find traces of those old pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers. Talking about fertilizers, since we already added, I know some of you probably do gardening or have a backyard outside area. And some people are just simply not aware of that, which is very okay, because how would we be aware of everything going on in life, right? We have different interests and different life paths and stuff. So just letting you know, if you use all those sprays for getting rid of unwanted plants in your garden, please try to find an alternative method to that, because oftentimes it's like glyphosates, and it's just those companies trying to tell you that you need to have that and do that, because they're trying to, you know, it's like their most selling product is like herbicides and pesticides. So just be aware that they are carcinogenic, and that you are aware that your pets can get affected by them. So if your cats eat grass outside that's been sprayed with those chemicals, they can get kidney failure from that, and other even death. So please don't do it. It's not worth it. Get like one of those flamethrower things, which are not flamethrowers, I know, like, but those like burners if you really need to get rid of it, or do some manual labor. Surprise, surprise. Sometimes we need to do manual labor. Like I said, if something is too good to be true, if something is too easy and too good, there's usually something wrong with it. And just spraying some spray to get rid of all your weeds, there's something wrong with it. You know, flamethrower. You know exactly what I'm talking about though, right? Like those those burny thingies. Burny thingies, yeah. That's probably how they're called. Time to boil our potatoes. I'm filling up my pot with water real quick. Bye, Funny. Sorry. Is Johnny chilling right now? I don't know how you mean that, like weather-wise or political. Yeah, same here, brother. Meds an absolute last resort for me too. I never do, but you know, someone that's like in chronic pain, I would understand that they do, because you know, sometimes you just can't help it, and there's just not many alternatives. So $5 for potatoes, bring me the chemical potatoes. Right, exactly. If you can get like 20 of those for $5, or 5 of those for $5, most people will use those ones, which makes sense. I try to buy organic as much as I can for things like salads and anything, tomatoes, cucumbers, because going back to the contaminated foods, spinach, strawberries, bell peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers are oftentimes very contaminated with pesticides and stuff. So if you replace those classics with organic, you're already doing yourself a little favor. Not your wallet though. My hair is tickling my nose again. When I was in high school, we talked a lot about the Monsanto stuff in bio class. Thank you for bringing up Monsanto. I didn't even mention that name because I didn't know that people would know the company Monsanto. But yeah, Monsanto had a huge thing going on. So there was a lot of outcry about Monsanto, the chemical factory. Monsanto did not close down, by the way. Monsanto was just bought off by BASF, which is unfortunately located close to where I live in Switzerland. So they basically just changed the company and they got bought. Let me Google that if that's true. I'm pretty sure it is true. Usually I don't say something when I'm not 90% sure it's true, or 98%. Okay, so BASF is a chemical company too, or like a pharmacy company. Pharmaceutical. And they did not directly buy them to make it a little bit more sneakily, but they acquired their agricultural assets, 6 billion, and Bayer is also a pharmaceutical company, and they acquisited 66 billion of Monsanto in 2018. So, which allowed BASF to expand its seed, herbicide, and digital farming portfolio to satisfy antitrust regulators. Yeah, here we go. That's usually how people do something. If they get in trouble, they will just be acquired by another company with a better reputation or less known, or people that get kicked out of companies that were in trouble and just get hired by other companies again under a different title. You can't be defied evil, unfortunately. I think there's only one that can, and I think we're not the ones, unfortunately. At least history has shown that a little much, or pretty much. My mom she still gets that from front hair whenever she is hella sleepy but still tries to stay awake. She just swirls her finger in the front hair and make it flowy and wavy. Hey, are you comparing me to your mom now with the front hair? It's just too short to stay in my ponytail, so I gotta go somewhere. And if it's behind my ears, I'm always scared my ears will turn like this one day. That's just like a myth that people tell you as a girl, that if you put your hair behind your ears every day, your ear will like do this, which is not a problem. I think that's actually cute when people have that. But I don't know. My hair is always dangling in the front. Does this burning grass have a double meaning? Right, that's it could, but not in this case. We live next to a farm. They have great potatoes. Ooh, yum. Sweet potatoes or normal potatoes? Have you ever had drumsticks? I'm talking about the vegetables. Drumsticks? Vegetables? No. Let me look that up. Drumstick. Vegetable. Drumstick? Ooh. Moringa oleifera. It is widely cultivated for its young seed pods and leaves, used as vegetable and for traditional herbal medicine. It's also used for water purification. Huh. Oh. Famous in India and Sri Lanka. They are the kind of like beans, like green string beans from with a different plant. That is so cool. I've never tried that. I'm sure I would love that. Does it have like this little bit of like a kick to it, like a spicy, like the like mustardy flavor? Because it's what's it called? Can't think of the English name of it. It's like something like kind of like wasabi, like the same class of plant, like the wasabi plant. And it's like when the plant grows tall, it's like those beans coming down. Yes, I'm sure there's a lot of YouTube videos about a company, but a lot of people are not aware of that at all. I think like you need to have like some sort of interest in you know, environment and the planet, which a lot of people unfortunately don't have at all. I had no idea that Monsanto was bought out, acquired. Yeah, never ends. Yep. Yeah, they're not just closing down. They're like, okay, we admit it. We're terrible people. We made a mistake. Let's stop what we're doing. Let's all start growing organic lettuce. That's not happening, unfortunately. So yeah, they're still among us, selling their goods, and more than ever in America. Because I see everyone spraying their yards without any protection, just spraying it like it's water, like they're watering plants, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so disgusted just looking at it. And yeah, I mean, some people just simply don't know. And they're also lazy, and they're just like, whatever. Who knows if I'll even get anything bad from it? You know, let's just risk it for the biscuit. Horseradish, yes. Horseradish reminds me of wasabi. Horseradish is, I think, the same family as wasabi. And the green wasabi that you see at the sushi places here in America is not the actual wasabi. It is this green colored horseradish, because wasabi is insanely expensive and also very, there's very few farmers that actually grow wasabi. I think wasabi usually grows along streams in the forest. From what I've seen on YouTube when I looked up wasabi or watched a documentary about it. And it's usually hand-picked and like a delicacy basically. And the wasabi is usually like a very slimy kind of paste, so they will like grind it on like a grindstone or like something like a similar to this. And that's usually how they do it. And they grind it into this this paste, which is not that colorful like the fake wasabi. And I wish I could try that one day. I really would like to, but I don't know if you could even get that here anywhere. Do you live in a subdivision area, like those house next to house, like nuclear family situation? No, luckily not. But I mean, nothing wrong with that. You know, that's just how it is in America, and I get that. But I do not enjoy that. I need my either nature or stuff to be walkable. I don't think I would be happy in a subdivision because you're like so secluded from everything. Mm-hmm. And you don't have nature, but you also don't have activities. Like you don't have either. So you're basically just like in your house, and you're like bound to, or you need to have a car, which is something I'm having trouble with as a European. But I mean, I'm in a different country, so you better adapt. But you know, I don't think I would get happy in a subdivision. I've seen fresh wasabi for sale. It shows how many Japanese folks we have around here. You've seen it in Georgia. Wow, that's so cool. Wasabi farm. Let's look at it. That's so pretty. But yeah, it does need a lot of water. It's kind of like how they grow rice, like kind of immersed in the water. It looks like soaked. It's like a kind of like a like a swamp plant almost. So I would assume that with your temperatures down there in Georgia and that like swampy, like at least in Florida it's very swampy, isn't it? I would assume that you could grow it in Florida, but who knows? Japanese hibachi is our favorite. That's the isn't it those places where you can also get those presentations where they like throw food in your face and stuff? I mean, not in your face, preferably, but they like throwing like shrimp and stuff at you. I think we did that one time with a friend, and it was fun the first 5 minutes, but then I was like, can I, like inside, I was like, can I just sit at my own table, just like, you know, like not facing the people like right across from me and like being part of this show. It's like, it was too much for my introvert self. I was like, I don't want to get shrimp thrown in my face or, you know, I didn't need the whole presentation part. I'm not made for that. I do understand that people enjoy it and it's fun to watch, but unfortunately not in my world. But the food is good, I agree, the food is delicious, but the whole presentation thing, I gotta stay away from. I'm too awkward and too introvert for that. I was hearing that the climate here is very similar to a lot of areas in Japan. That's what I was thinking right now. I was about to Google that. If the Florida climate is similar to Japan, because I would think so. Florida and Japan have similar, extremely humid and hot summers. Japan is not a year-round match for Florida's climate. While Japanese summers are often described as a concrete sauna, similar to a humid Florida day, Japan experiences distinct seasons, including cold winters and snowfall. So Japan just has the best of both worlds, I guess. So you get the Florida weather in Japan, but it's also like a four-season kind of situation where you get a lot of snow. And let me tell you, I've been slightly obsessed with watching walkthrough videos where people just walk. I love those videos. People just walk, discovering or exploring temples and bamboo forests or like cities or towns in Japan. And I just love the soundscape, like listening to it, and just something so calming. And especially the snow ones, like there's like, if you type in Japanese snow walking, oh, godly, not godly, but heavenly. It's amazing. It's so calming. Why do you suppose they call it hibachi here? Teppanyaki is the proper word from plate cooking. Oh, what is hibachi translated to then? And yes, I like the food too, 100%. I like the way it's grilled. It just tastes like, kind of like barbecue. Just a smoky flavor that normal cooking in a pan doesn't really give you. So I definitely understand that you like hibachi. I do too. It's a place that I like to go to as well, but one without the grill in the middle, like where I'm just, you know, by myself eating my little plate in the corner. The proper people do urban exploring. Urban exploring? I mean, I do urban exploring too. I did that in Hong Kong a few times. I tried to record it a little bit, but it's just so busy in Hong Kong that it was very hard to film and without getting like a gazillion people's faces on it. So I was like, oh, is this even legal? And I guess it is, because when it's public places, you can usually film. But I do like urban exploring too. In a lot of Asian places especially. I love Hong Kong, Macau. Walking there is just very magical. It's like, how to describe it? It's like a tropical rainforest meets New York City meets mafia meets Yakuza meets hole-in-the-wall restaurants and pirates. It has this like pirate atmosphere with when you think about how important the harbor of Hong Kong has always been, and the seafarers and the just shipping, or the ship culture, or the what's it called, the sailors culture there, and the trade from like India, China, back to Europe. You know, it's just such a melting pot of so many cultures. It's just indescribable almost if you haven't experienced it. So yeah, Hong Kong is just pure magic to me. Create German hibachi fusion food channel. You can. If you like hibachi so much, you should do that. Maybe create a second channel where it's not about cars but hibachi. I would watch it. Hibachi is, you know, those little tabletop charcoal grills that they use in Japan. Oh yeah. Oh cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the name. Nice. Learned some new. See, always learning something. But yeah, our potatoes are boiling. Just to keep you guys in the process. Potatoes are boiling. I'm not showing it, like I said. But yeah, there's not much to show. It's just potatoes and water. And now I'm gonna make the sauce. For the sauce, we need butter. Carl, are you still among us? Does this burning... I read it already. Carl, if you're still here, give us a sign of life. Hi to Vietnam. Mr. Wong Nguyen. Nice to meet you too. I've never been to Vietnam, but I watch a lot of Vietnamese YouTubers that live in Germany and that are have like Vietnamese descent of parents. The good old golden butter. A little bit of Europe in my kitchen, apart from me. Whew. Oh, I need flour. I can't forget about the flour. And my mustard, most importantly, since it's mustard. Oh, my whole pantry's gonna collapse. This is such a mess. I already cleaned it up, but it's still a mess. Yay! Hi, Carl. I just wanted to let you know that I read your comments, or you comment under my video, the Black Forest video, a minute before I started my live stream, and I was very happy to read it. So thank you so much for that. I 100% agree with moss needing more attention in my videos, or more of a shout out, because moss is amazing. I tried to film as many parts of the forest I had moss, because moss is just so magical. I love moss too, so I love that you brought that up. And I'm just so happy to have so many people here that kind of just have the same mindset and interests and, you know, perception of the world. So thank you for that. That was very wholesome to read. And the turtle comment, of course, because I love turtles. So I need to know more about those turtles. Just letting you know. This. I'm taking pain meds, so a bit drowsy. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Is it your finger again, or are you okay? I mean, probably not if you're taking pain meds, but do we need to call a doctor, or is everything good? I still need to watch your latest video. The previous one was magic, made me want to go to the wilderness. I think if you think that, you might like the second one even better. The second one is more like snowy, gloomy, kind of like overcast situation, like the weather that we like. So I think you will actually really enjoy it. It's like just like a chill walking in the forest video, probably for like sleeping or before sleeping or something. I just like watching that kind of stuff because I was really, that now that we're almost 4,000 people, actually I think we're 20 people off from 2,000. So maybe even this month we'll reach 4,000. I'm not sure if we can, but I mean, it's not that I care. It's just, humans are obsessed with numbers. So, and it's like my it's not OCD, but sometimes I like the number to be round, to round it up. It's like when a video of mine has like 499 views, I'm like, it makes me like, I'm just waiting for that 500, just so it's like a nice even number. I don't know if you have that too. I guess a lot of people have that. But yeah, we're almost at 4,000. It's crazy. So it definitely made me think about the channel, like where to go with the channel, and what people would like to see, because not a lot of people are into nature videos. Let's say it how it is. A lot of people like more like louder videos with more like action going on in there, but I just enjoy making them a lot, so I just told myself I'm just gonna keep making what I'm making, and if the few people that watch it enjoy it, that's all that really matters to me, and that I enjoy it myself as well, of course. So I'm just trying to be true to what I like, and I think that's all I can do, because I would not enjoy making something just because I know people like something, because there's like pages that you can look up where they give you like recommendations on YouTube as a creator, where they're like, hey, you should do this, maybe you can make this video, and I'm like, yeah, I could, but do I want to? Nah, not for now, at least. And there will be all kind of different videos here. Some will be related to Germany, some America, some more cultural. Whatever comes to mind I will make, or wherever I am at right now in life. That sounds perfecto. Atlanta is lousy with the beating sun today. It was really cold here yesterday, but today it's getting really warm again too. The sun is out too, so I feel you. It's not as bad as Atlanta, so I can only imagine how hot it is down there already. I made homemade Irish soda bread and Kerrygold buttered it. Nice. Of course, the good old Kerrygold. Can't forget about that. Butter makes everything better. I'm not saying that your bread needs anything to make it better, because your bread is probably already delicious on its own. But butter is always delicious. I do that with mileage on my cars, 999, 2,000, 100,000. It is my hand, yes, numbness, doctors, Monday, just persistent. Ooh. Oh, is it like swollen, Carl? Because if it is, like, do your fingers get like stiff and like then you feel the pins and needles? If you do, not a doctor, not an expert, I can't get it. I'm not giving advice or medical advice. I'm just saying what I heard, because my dad had that, and we call it Gicht in German.
Carpal tunnel.
No, let me see. It is
gout.
Gout.
Yeah, gout.
He had gout, and it would come if he ate sauces, meat, sausages, cheese, anything like dairy or like animal products.
Yeah,
a lot of fat, sodium, but yeah, sauces and meat.
High processed
animal products.
Yeah.
And fatty foods.
Yeah.
He would really get gout very bad. So once he became vegetarian, he never had gout again, or vegan. No swelling, but the skin feels tight.
What are you making?
Mustard eggs.
Mustard eggs?
Yes.
What's with the potatoes?
That's gonna be for the sauce and the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So we put the potatoes on the side, as Germans usually do. We have just the potatoes chilling on the plate, and then we can pour some sauce over it, and over the eggs too. So we'll be peel the eggs, potatoes, and then just the mustard sauce on top.
Delicious.
Could you peel the eggs on me?
Yeah.
Yes. my least favorite thing to do in the kitchen, peeling eggs and cleaning out the dishwasher. But yeah, we're making mustard sauce right now. We got our amazing sous chef in the kitchen.
Hello.
See, Shurkin asks, how are you?
I'm doing
Buddy.
well.
He's doing well. Seafood affects gout. And seafood too, yeah. I think probably histamine stuff. Fingers crossed that things will be back in shape before long. I really hope so too. It's really hard if you don't know what's going on and there's no real help because they don't know what it is. Hey Michael, du kommst genau richtig. Ich mache heute Senfeier aus Norddeutschland. Hast du schon Senfeier gehabt dieses Jahr? Now that it's almost Easter, I thought I'm gonna do some more egg recipes. Stupid mustard. That's the shame when you get those organic, simple, like those things that don't have like preservatives and stuff and like emulsifiers. They kind of split very easily. But it's still better food. Carpal tunnel is a possibility. My symptoms are similar to that of my sister's, which she had. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that's... But yeah, you'll be okay. We're thinking about you, cheering you on from across the Atlantic, and you will feel better. You added peeling eggs to his honey-do list. Honey-do list.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. In diesem Jahr schon Senfeier lecker. Homeboy likes mustard eggs too. He's German, so he knows exactly what we're talking about here. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. A good old Mehlschwitze, so we call it the flour sweat. So if you want to bring out the aroma in anything, let it be tomato sauce, tomato paste. Make sure you roast it with your onions for a little bit. It brings out the aroma. Same with spices. If you're making a curry or like, you know, like an Indian curry or a Thai curry or something, we'll add the flour. Don't burn the flour because then there will be a brown sauce, but we want to keep this a white sauce. Der Speck, nee, Speck, ich mache doch vegetarisch meistens. Heute ist vegetarisch. Usually perfect would be a white wine with this, but since I don't do alcohol usually, I'm just going to use, for a little acidity, a little vinegar, just a drop. Because you want to have like, you know, all the flavor profiles. Oof. Shit, I forgot to prepare my broth. 1 second. I need my broth.
You ask them about how they feel about the new Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, I haven't asked you right. Yep. The hubby's asking if anyone heard about the new Harry Potter version that HBO is gonna bring out. So a little thing I like to add is the sauce of capers, like the pickled juice of capers. Delicious. Homeboy, klar, gerne immer, wenn du ein paar Tipps hast. You can use vegetable broth, but I'm just going to use water for now. You can also use heavy cream. Or cream. Or milk, actually. But I'm using water right now. And because I don't have cream, I only have sour cream right now, so I will make it like a water-based flour-based sauce for now. I'm going to add some broth, bouillon base. It's just like if you make vegetable broth, but you cook it so long that it will become a paste. That's basically what this is. And it's very umami, very flavorsome. I like to use that. So you can skip on the salt a little bit. It's a little bit of a brownish tint to it, but that's okay. It's not gonna be, you know, for presentation. Like a sort of mustard roux, kinda. It's very odd. I'm a carpenter and joiner, and the pain becomes more intense when my hands are idle and not too bad when I'm working. Interesting. Is arthritis an option for it, you think? That it might be something like that? I don't know how that feels like. I heard about that Harry Potter show. Hope they don't mess it up. I hope so. Some of the actors look really good and like they do a good job from what I've seen from the trailer, I mean. But we'll see. I really hope they don't mess it up either because it's very dear to my heart. Hey Schatz, can you give me the sieve, the white one?
The what?
And can you drain the potatoes in it?
Yep.
Because I don't want them to get too soft. But let me check them first.
I think they're good. They've been in there for a while.
Yeah, they do. Oh, and sleeping is the worst. Oh, that's rough. I'm sorry. Pain is never fun. I hope they will
Can you hold this?
figure it out, Carl. Yep.
Ready?
Yeah. Thank you. Salzkartoffeln. Done. Oh, I turned off the wrong stove. No wonder it's not cooking here anymore. But yeah, I never had it myself. I only know from my dad with the gout that he was really like, sometimes he had it in his foot too. He couldn't really walk those days and he had to use like crutches and stuff. So I'm glad that stuff like that is treatable nowadays, you know, whatever it is. So I hope they will figure it out very soon. Because not getting any sleep and going to bed with pain is terrible. Let me try the base real quick. Yum. That's good. I can't eat my sour cream. A little bit more water. Actually, I want to make a little bit more sauce. Just to spread it out a little. Du sagst, du isst vegetarisch, darum lässt du den Speck weg. Und was ist mit den Eiern? Na, Eier sind ja vegetarisch. Nur nicht vegan. Eier sind ja... Also Eier gehören noch mit dazu in der vegetarischen Küche. Nur eben kein Fleisch. Aber wenn man es genau nimmt, sind Eier ja auch potenzielle Tiere. Deswegen eigentlich komisch, wenn man drüber nachdenkt. Manchmal hilft es nicht, drüber nachzudenken. Hanging your arm off the bed helps. Oh, so whenever the blood rushes into it. That's interesting. I wish I was a doctor and I could help you, but I can't. I got a rusty hair on my tongue.
There you go. Eggs peeled.
Found it. That was an Oscar hair. What were your dad's most famous recipes? Goulash for sure. He would make a delicious boar goulash whenever the hunter got one. Cordon bleu. He made a lot of cordon bleu. He made a very mean chili. Red cabbage and mashed potatoes. Königsberger Klopse. Lecker. But a very traditional German recipes. I don't know if most of you will know them. Hühnerfrikassee. Good stuff. But yeah, he learned in a very, very classical, kind of like high-level German kitchen. So that's where he learned all those like really traditional recipes. but he was so great with adapting. So when my sister and I both were vegan for many years at home, when she was still living home and I would visit from university once in a while, he would just switch to being vegan himself. So he just made all this great food that he made as a very meat-based kitchen. German kitchen is very meat and dairy-based. And he was just making them in vegan versions. So he would make all his great recipes into vegan, and you wouldn't even really notice the difference. So I was like blown away how he could do that at like 60 years old. So, you know, he was an amazing chef. But yeah, if I'll ever be like 10% as good as him, I'm already gonna be happy. You know. Königsberger Klopse könnte ich auch mal wieder essen. Müssten wir mal machen, oder? Homeboy, was sagst du? Should I make Königsberger Klopse next time? Maybe I can pull it off. I've made it 2 times, not very great, knowing the original, you know, how he made it. But I need to adapt to my own standards, and I can't just compare it to his. That sounded like too much drink. Who's drinking at my... Oh, I can't see it. Ja, das widerspricht sich tatsächlich. Da stimme ich zu, wenn ich das mehr drüber nachdenke. Hast du recht. What is annoying? It's making you hungry, really? Your phone? Oh. I know where your phone is, but not your headphones. So you all get some steam bath here. Oh. It opens up your nostrils, so anyone that's dealing with sinus infection, there you go. My old man always told me that if you drink too much, hanging your leg off the side of the bed makes the room stop spinning. Really? Well, I guess someone gotta prove that. It's not gonna be me. Okay.
Alright, love you.
Bye, love you. Tschüss. Have fun. So I wonder if that is true. But there is some, like a Chinese medicine method. Don't ask me what it's for. It is just like, I think, overall vitality of the body. And it is, you gotta lay it down, like on your back, and you gotta put your one leg up against the wall, like completely straight. There's something about that intense stretch that you will feel here. And one leg being up, one leg being down. So one is like this and one is like this. And there's something about that does something for your body in Chinese medicine, at least. I don't know if there's any, like, you know, solid reasons behind it. Probably is, but I would need to look more into that. Maybe it's just a similar thing to what you all just said. Put one leg down. I'm adding some capers, by the way. I'm a sucker for sour. I love sour flavor. It's one of my favorite flavors. Is your sister older or younger? Is she in Germany? My sister is younger than me, and she's in Germany, yes. That's why she still lived at home when I was in university. Because she's a tad bit younger. Don't drink alcohol anymore, but yes, I think the foot needs to be in contact with the floor, the stability maybe. I just read food first. I was like, the food needs to make contact with the floor. I was like, well, you better make sure it's clean before you eat it off the floor. But you meant the foot. So here people say only in Chinese language it's important to pronounce things properly. But if I pronounce just one letter off, that would have a completely different meaning, even in English. But I could see that, the stability part, that it will just give you more like a grounding and for the turning or the spinning. Yeah, you should. I tried it before. It's very intense, and it's also, you gotta be very careful. Please look into it first before you do it, because it says it's a very intense stretch that can actually be really harsh on your body. So please make sure you look into that first before you try any of that. Sauerkraut. I've never made sauerkraut from scratch, believe it or not. But maybe, hopefully one day. He peeled the eggs for me, yay! Oh, that makes me happy. I was dreading that. I was like, should I make mustard eggs? Because I knew I'd have to peel eggs. So I almost didn't do it, but I forgot I got a hubby that can do stuff too. So, perfect. How did you call it, Jay? Honey-do list? Okay, good. Best wishes here is not to drink best. Best wisdom here is not to drink, yeah. Most definitely. It's definitely never done any good to anyone. That's for sure. And talking about dairy and stuff earlier, or vegan food. Oftentimes you really don't need dairy and it's easily replaceable. I'm going to add a little bit of sour cream to this just simply because I have so much left and I don't use it very often. So I will add a tiny little dab of sour cream into this, and I'm hoping it will not split and curdle. Because there's quite a bit of acidity in this sauce now. So fingers crossed. It sometimes helps if it's not too hot. So I'll let this cool down a little bit and add my sour cream after. I have an average maybe 12 beers a year and I've never been drunk before. Never been drunk before. Wow. That's cool. That definitely deserves some applause. That is very rare, I think. Especially not generalizing male and females, or male and females, but especially as a male, I think. So that's amazing. And 12 years a year doesn't even count. So, I mean, it's still not great, of course. Alcohol is a toxin after all. But, you know, with few beers. Hi Marianne. Grüße. Ich mache gerade hier Salzkartoffeln mit Senfeiern. Soße habe ich schon fast fertig. Und wie geht's dir? Wie ist die Lage zu Hause? What? You never make sauerkraut? No, I do. I eat sauerkraut, but I've never like pickled it myself or fermented it myself. Of course I eat sauerkraut. Jay, what are you thinking? I'm not that crazy. Of course I eat sauerkraut. Pretty often actually, but I've never like made it myself, like you know, from scratch. Like I only get the one from the glass. But I really would like to make it one day. Oh, my tummy is grumbling because I'm so hungry. We went on a run this morning. I went to the gym this morning at 7. Can you believe it? On a Saturday, like, who am I? I don't recognize myself anymore. I'm really trying to get back on track. So far, it's not curdling. Good. Please stay like this. Please. Typisch deutsch essen. Ja, muss mal wieder sein. Jetzt so kurz vor Ostern wollte ich mal ein bisschen was Traditionelles machen. Arbeit vorbei, Nerven am Ende. Ja, so muss es sein nach der Arbeit. Nein, natürlich nicht. Ich hoffe, du kannst doch was Entspanntes machen nach der Arbeit. Was machst du meistens so zum Entspannen nach der Arbeit? Serie schauen, Fernsehen, lesen, mit Freunden. I think the most I've ever consumed in a 2-hour period was 2.5 pints of Guinness. But Guinness is only 4%. Yeah, that's true. Guinness doesn't have that much. That's why in Germany you can drink it at 16, because for us it's kind of like a soda, which is problematic, if you ask me. So sometimes in Germany it's like, I'm making stating the thesis that a lot of Germans have an alcohol problem without knowing about it or being aware of it, because it is so normalized to drink the Feierabend beer. So whenever you watch my videos or vlogs, anything, I always try to in a subtle way introduce some German culture and things into the videos, so you can always learn something from it as well, or take something from it. And I mentioned the Feierabend beer before. It literally means celebration evening beer, because when you're done with work, you can call it Feierabend, celebration evening, translated. And there's another word, celebration evening beer, Feierabend beer. So a lot of men in Germany drink, usually blue collar jobs, will drink a beer after work. And if you think about that, if you do that every day, and then certainly you will probably most likely do that on the weekend as well, and not just one, you are technically probably already an A ... you know, or an L ... if you know what I mean, without even noticing. Wenn man einfach nur Ruhe haben, kann ich verstehen. Manchmal ist es alles, was man braucht nach einem langen Tag. Gerade mit Leuten zu tun hat und viel Stress und sowas. Verschieden mal von allem was. Bei mir auch so. Aber ja, ich hoffe, der Stress legt sich ein bisschen. Klingt echt anstrengend, deine Arbeit. Du hast halt auch viel Verantwortung und so. Kannst dich halt auch nicht, musst dich halt immer voll konzentrieren, denke ich mal. Das ist schon schwierig. I got to pour a pint of Guinness at the St. James Gate Brewery in Dublin. Wow, cool. How did you like Dublin, Jay? I've never been. I need to go one day for my dad. His Irish band was playing on his funeral, or at his funeral. We had a lot of Irish music throughout the funeral, and it made me want to go to Ireland even more. Hopefully one day. Where are you from, dear? I am from Germany, Cannes, but I live in the United States. I won a trip for me and my wife through Isuzu commercial trucks. Oh, Isuzu, cute. They make some cute pickup trucks and some cute cars. That is so cool. You won a trip? Wow. I always thought those things are just like myths and no one ever wins stuff like that. I feel like sometimes people just put it out there and it's not actually, like, no one will ever win that. But you're actually the lucky one to win a trip. I got my knife right here. Ooh. I'm not gonna drop the eggs. I try my hardest. So it's still a little waxy inside. You don't ever drop any food when Yaya is around, just letting y'all know. Perfect. It's a nice color too. Very orange. And yeah, perfectly waxy in the middle. We did good, y'all. We did good. Proud of you. Thanks for helping me in the kitchen. A little rusty hair on it, but little hair don't care. Now, so we got... Ow! Oops, forgot. That's hot. It's not that hot anymore, but it scared me. So we got our plate with our potato and our eggs. Got me ladle. The sauce. Sister, that sounds right regarding the... Yes. I think that is definitely something that Germans need to face one day and, you know, realize it. I did already. Dublin was nice. Got to see the Natural History Museum, Trinity College. Guinness tour was cool. We were disappointed in Belfast at the Titanic Museum. You were disappointed in Belfast, just at the museum, or in general in Belfast? Belfast looks so beautiful. I want to visit that one day as well. If I'm ever in Ireland, that would be very cool. But I'm sorry you were disappointed there. I'm gonna make a plate now to show you all. Here we go. You know what?
Another egg?
Later. But for now, 2 will be good.
Can I have 3?
Sure.
Cool.
You don't have to cut them up like me.
Okay.
Just like them cut
I'll
up.
get a spoon.
It's easier to eat them so they don't roll away.
Or a fork.
So here we go, mustard eggs. A little more sauce.
Is this good?
Of course. Oh Lord, I just got a notification. The Russian guy who learned knife throwing from my wits. It sounds like he has constructed a knife weighted with, of all things, mercury. Oh. That's, I don't know what the right word for that is, but yeah.
Not good.
Interesting. Hast du keine Probleme damit gehabt, Familie, Freunde und alle in Deutschland sind und du so weit weg? Doch, auf jeden Fall, Marianne. War auf jeden Fall alles andere als einfach. Mittlerweile habe ich ja auch meine Freunde und Familie hier sozusagen. Aber war nicht einfach. Ja. Aber es hat immer geholfen, dass ich schon relativ früh ausgezogen bin und zur Uni bin und woanders gelebt habe, dass ich mich so irgendwie daran gewöhnt habe. Aber nicht einfach. He came back to finish his honey-do list. He did. Kind of both in Belfast, really? Oh, that sucks. Do you know why? You just like expected more from it, or? Das esse nicht mal ich.
You ready to eat?
Sure. I need to run for a few minutes. If the stream ends before I get back, I wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Thank you and enjoy that meal. Thank you so much. We will. I'm gonna hop off now. I'm gonna try one in front of camera because I hate when people cook something and then they just end it there in videos or live streams and they never try it. And you're like, well, was it good? Can we know? So I'll let you know. Potato. Let's have a little egg with it too. With the potato. It's gonna be a big bite. I'm gonna do that off camera real quick. Ooh.
Yummy, yummy.
Goodness gracious. Ah. That is so delicious.
Nice.
What did I do? That should be illegal.
Ready?
Wow. I'm glad I have that on stream so I can definitely replicate exactly what I did there if I ever forget what I did, because sometimes I don't work with recipes. I just like, you know, mix stuff together in like random amounts. But if I have it there, I can see how I did it. Good. Please try it if you need some Easter recipe inspirations. If you like mustard, if not, it probably won't be for you. But if you like mustardy stuff, it's good. But yeah, Shuriken, if you're still here, I hope you have an amazing rest of your weekend. And thanks for the wishes. And everyone, of course, too, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Saturday evening in Europe and Saturday noon in America, or wherever you are in the world. Have a great weekend, and it was so much fun to hang out with y'all in the kitchen as always. Sorry for the little rusty start with the things we had to deal with in the beginning, or me. I don't try to be upset at people, but sometimes you just can't help it. I try not to let stuff like that get to me anymore, but I'm glad the stream ended well and we have some delicious meal. So no, I did not get anything, Edwin. Don't drop that now. I know, I'm scared. I'm scared to drop food now. Ooh. Is it gonna fall? Oh, oh, oh. No, still not falling. Hear the police sirens if you drop it. Yeah, will come himself or herself with the FBI in her bag or her bag, taking me right with them to jail. Bis später, Jay and Carl. Take care, everyone. And hi, Edwin. I have been doing pretty good. It's a lot of work. Trying to do a little bit more YouTube just because I just enjoy it so much. Oh, Oscar is here. Oscar wants to say hi. Don't hop off yet. It's our boy. Our boy. My boy. Like the Harry Potter scene. Hi, everyone. You already had a huge, humongous portion of lunch, Oscar. You had your turkey with carrots and oatmeal. Do you want to have a little egg? Or potato? Should Oscar have some potato? I think so. You should try some potato, Oscar. You like potato, huh? Oh. You don't want it? No? Okay. You don't have to. It's fine. Does the food smell good? You want to say hi to everyone? Happy weekend. Have a good weekend, everyone. Make sure you go outside, get your steps in, get some fresh air. Carl, I really hope you will feel better soon. Much better, or hopefully completely cured from it. And wishing you the best. And CIA, FBI, ICE, high food, everything, Homeland Security, all right at my door for dropping the food. I mean, would I be surprised in this country at the moment? Probably not even, but not currently at least. It's a little bit of a crazy time we're living through, but hi, Stephanie, or Cole. Thanks for the turtle, I appreciate that. He rejected the food, but it was only the potatoes, so, you know, it's not my fault. It's the potato's fault. The potato wasn't good, I guess. He likes golden potatoes. He doesn't like rusted potatoes. He's like, get that out of my face. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this plate now. Because I'm hungry and I don't want to munch too much in front of the camera. I always think that's kind of rude, but sometimes you can't help it. And it's also part of a cooking stream that you try the food, right? I was timed out for asking if you knew about damn, your mods are strict in World War II. Oh, you were? Well, sorry about that. I trust the mods, you know, they usually have a good censor or sense for people, but I apologize if you got banned for no valid reason, in your opinion. You're welcome here, and don't worry about it. It happens sometimes, you know, but glad you're back. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, evaluate if someone needs to be blocked or not, because I get, as a German, I do get a lot of comments in that direction that are, you know, related to the war and like my nationality, and trying to like frame me in a certain way. So, you know, That's just why they're more like hyper aware of that kind of stuff, because I am a German. So we do get a lot of those people here, but thanks for clarification and welcome here. But I'm gonna hop off after cooking my meal. I made some very German food here, and I watched Schindler's List too in school. We all have to watch that when we're children. Very rough stuff. It's just maybe one of the worst or saddest movies you could ever see. Oh yeah, important to watch it though. But yeah, take care everyone. I know it's all good. You know, we just don't know. People that come into chat sometimes could be anyone with any intention. So thanks for clarification. And have a happy weekend. I'm gonna eat now before it gets cold. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye. Positive vibes to you too. And no comments for you.